Good morning, it's Phoenix Amore. So now I get to explain to people how grounded I really am. I know some people like, oh, she watches too many movies. Da, da, da. Do you know I don't even know that Shazam was a superhero? Is whatever. I had no clue. I've heard the name Shazam, but I had no clue. And when I'm writing this stuff like, oh, this is a superhero, whatever, I decided to Google it this morning because I know sometimes I get certain messages and I say, let me go Google and see what's coming up here. And so when I saw this movie thing and then I go back to where it says, bitch, this is not Shazam. You understand when God is angry and it's like, they so Hollywood, they not even taking this like true blue messages. And it's funny because I had just written, I said, now this is what the part where they still gonna think it's a script. Boom, earthquake, Solomon. And I said, Solomon, idolatry. So it's like God trying to send these messages to these la la land ass people. Like, no, it's a direct. The death is really looking for you. Now, you want to make a movie, fine. You may die before you finish the movie since you didn't listen to what is being said. What is being said is this: you guys have some reverse Robin Hood syndrome. And what that means is if you're walking around reading people's stuff and then stealing it and making movies out of their lives and pocketing the money, never contacting the person to say, hey, guess what? I'd like to do this. And if you allow me to make this movie, then I'll put some money in your pocket. No, some of you know you just run with people's stuff and made these movies and become rich. And then you have this elitist attitude like, look at me, power couple. Bullshit. It is bullshit. Don't fool yourself into thinking it's a queen attitude or whatever. And again, when people start to understand this is not just about Beyonce, this is really that elitist attitude of like, I have all this money, but you stole creativity. So you stole from the poor folks trying to use their own creativity to make their own money. You pocket it and then you say, I'm charitable. No, it doesn't quite work like that. That's what I was trying to explain. So now you get to this climate change thing. Again, a celebrity decided to run with that cause, talking all kind of stuff. If you don't believe in climate change, then you shouldn't be in politics. Again, people annoyed that elitist, dumb attitude of like, okay, so now you, because you're a celebrity with some money, you get to go to the government and say, I don't think anybody should hold this role if they don't believe what I believe. Now scientist comes out saying, why is NASA even dealing with this? Because here's the reality. Do you know how much energy it would take for all this to happen? Now you find out some scientists got fired for being honest. It's silliness. It's silliness going on right now. And so now when you start talking to the atheists, you go, I'm so sorry you want to believe all this stuff that was happening was just climate change. Of course there's intelligence in evolution. It's no different when you're talking about a seed that you plant that blossoms into a tree. Okay, so that is evolution. Evolution is a process, right? Think about what evolution is. That seed evolved from a seed to a tree. There's an intelligence in that seed where it knew how to grow. So don't be dumb and try to sell me on some little silly mess like there's no intelligent design. That's when I shut down. I really took the time to read a little bit of what he said. But when somebody's saying somebody has, the God delusion, and you're like, I wonder does he know he got a God delusion? Maybe he doesn't see it. So refreshing to see some scientists say, yeah, this dude is more on a crusade than really a scientist. So now I can leave that alone and have some peace. But understand where I was taking people when I said, I see. I'm not a scientist. I'm not a physicist in the sense where if I took a physicist test that I would pass it. Physicists on these beats, wisdom that God planted in me directly, that aptitude, and for some reason I just have that natural understanding with stuff to where some of the brilliant scientists finally started seeing what I was writing and able to apply it into formulas and whatnot in theories. That is what I said is so cool. God planted that wisdom in me to understand the theories. And now some of the scientists and the true physicists could go, oh my God, she was able to see this. Thank you very much. You guys have a great day.